Alhamdulillah, La ilaha illallah. I bear witness that there is no God but God and no partner has He. I greet everybody. Universal greetings of Assalamu alaikum. Inshallah, God willing, the title of today's khutbah is going to be God Will Provide. I had another title prior, but on my way over here I was listening to some Hugh Mondell, and he has a song called God Will Provide. And I'm listening and I'm saying, yes, God will provide. So inshallah, I'm going to read Surah 20. Taha. Taha. In the name of God, most gracious, most merciful. My Lord, I seek refuge in you from the suggestions of the devils, and my Lord, I seek refuge in these that will come in. Taha, we did not reveal the Quran to you to cause you any hardship, only to remind the reverent, a revelation from the Creator of the earth and the high heavens. The most gracious, He has assumed all authority. To Him belongs everything in the heavens and the earth, and everything between them, and everything beneath the ground. Whether you declare your convictions or not, He knows the secret and what is even more hidden. God. There is no other God besides Him. To Him belongs the most beautiful names. Have you noted the history of Moses? When he saw a fire, he said to his family, stay here. I have seen the fire. Maybe I could bring you some of it or find some guidance at the fire. When he came to it, he was called, "Oh Moses, I am your Lord, remove your sandals. You're in the sacred valley of Tuah. I have chosen you, so listen to what is being revealed. I am God. There is no other God besides me. You shall worship me alone and observe the contact prayers, salah, to remember me. The hour, end of the world, is surely coming. I will keep it almost hidden, for each soul must be paid for its works. Do not be diverted therefrom by those who do not believe in it, those who pursue their own opinions, lest you fall. What is this in your right hand, Moses? He said, this is my staff. I lean on it, herd my sheep with it, and I use it for other purposes. He said, throw it down, Moses. He threw it down, whereupon it turned into a moving serpent. He said, pick it up. Do not be afraid. We will return it to its original state. And hold your hand under your wing. It will come out white without a blemish, another proof. We thus show you some of our great poems. Go to Pharaoh, for he's transgressed. He said, my Lord, cool my temper, and make this easy for me, and untie a knot from my tongue, so they can understand my speech. And appoint an assistant for me, for my family, my brother Aaron. Strengthen me with him. Let him be my partner in this matter, that we may glorify you frequently and commemorate you frequently. You are seer of us. He said, your request is granted, O Moses. We have blessed you another time when we revealed to your mother what we revealed, saying, throw him in the box, then throw him into the river. The river would throw him onto the shore to be picked up by an enemy of mine. and an enemy of his. I will shower you with love for me, and I had you made before my watchful eye. I'm not going to read the whole surah, but I just want to ask God to inspire me to expound on the Taha, Surah Taha 20. God tells us that this Quran, he says he did not reveal it, the Quran, to cause us any hardship, only to remind the reverent. So what God is saying in here is that there's a remedy in this book. There's a cure for anything that you may be going through. That's right. Why would God reveal the Quran? Have you ever asked yourself that? Why would God reveal this Quran? Why would God let me be a recipient of the Quran? Where I'm reading the book. And not just me reading the book, but I'm amongst other people reading the book. Why would God do this for me, for us? He tells us right here. Only to remind the reverent. Right? Not to cause any hardship. Because we was going through some hardship, but God gives us the book to remove the pain, to bring the ease, to bring the peace of mind. Right? Don't you want a peace of mind? I can't hear y'all. Don't you want a peace of mind? Yes. Okay. Yes, that's why God gave us this book. Right? Yes, and how do you get this peace of mind? By being reverent. Being reverent. Because if you're not working on the peace in the mind, then there's going to be chaos. Right? There's a work that has to be done. Reverent. Right? Building, doing. To become reverent. And it's not hard to do. A revelation from the creator of the earth and the high heavens. This earth, this big mud ball, my mother used to call it, right? Big mud ball, right? The earth. And the high heavens, the cosmos, right? Some of the stars and planets we can see, and then some you need a telescope to see, right? The most gracious, he has assumed all authority. God is saying he runs all of this. He controls all of this. This belongs to him. It don't belong to you. We have been lent this. It's a loan. We've been lent it for a short period of time. Right? So you better enjoy yourself. Be grateful. Because God will provide. That's the title of the sermon. God will provide. And we know God will provide because every day we get up. Right? Inshallah, we here. Right? God has provided. Another breath of life. Yeah. Sometimes, man, we don't realize how blessed we are because we're so busy moving fast. Moving fast. Not even taking time to see what it is that God has given to us. A simple breath of life. Simple stuff. The breath of life. Another gift. Because God will provide for us. Whether, and God says to us in Ayat 7, Surah 20, whether you declare your convictions or not, he knows the secret of what is even more hidden. That means that whatever's going, like whatever you thinking about now, last week, last month, last year, or whatever you thinking about for the future that you don't tell us and let us know about, God already knows it. Right? And only a God is capable of being a God and in knowing that secret. That is what makes God who he is. Because he has that power and ability to know that. Right? So God describes and tells us who he is and what he is capable of doing that we cannot do because we are only what? Humans, and we are not gods. But we are humans, and God is what? God, and he's the creator. Right? And he lets us know because there are distinctions, there are names that we have been given. We are the humans. He is the God, the creator, the Lord of the universe. Right? All knowing, all wise, right?
Yes, sir.
The giver, the provider, the seer, the best designer. Right? All the beautiful names of God. Right? He details to us and tells us who he is. I'm going to tell you what God has let me know in my life. The reason why he has given me certain information is so that I can have hope in this process of life. So I don't give up. Yes. So he reveals certain things to us to give you that hope, that extra push that you may need in your goings. Right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So he gives us the book, the Quran, to wake you out of your sleeping slumber, to tell you, get up, wake up, be alive, get busy, get moving. This is why he gives us what he gives us, because God will provide for us. That's right. And we're going to see as the years go by, the ultimate provisions that we have not seen, felt, and tasted yet. God is going to manifest them to us as long as we hold on to God, to the Creator. But you got to be reverent.
Teach.
You got to be reverent. Yeah. There's a certain level, there's a certain thought process that you have to already be on in order to understand what it is that God is relaying to you. Yeah. So you can receive it when it comes and understand it and appreciate it and say, MashaAllah, this is what God has given me. You will understand it. But your mind has to be fine-tuned. Yes, the clutter can't be there. Because when the message comes, it's going to be garbled in your thinking. So you won't get it. That's why this is about purification. Those 5 prayers are set up for a reason. Jumu'ah is set up for a reason. Ramadan is set up for a reason. God also speaks about getting up in the middle of the night and meditating, right? Certain things are set up for a reason because it's going to bring you to a certain state of your existence to where you will be in a state of happiness and peacefulness. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you from my experience. I'm telling you what God has shown me in my life path, in my experience. Yeah. That's right. There's some keys. This is the reason why Fatiha is called the key. The key. The key opens doors, as we already know, right?
Yes.
Okay. So when you got the right key, you can be able, especially if you got the master key. This is the master key. This is the master key. It's going to open up any door. And I'm not talking about that door right there. unlock those levels of some of our thinking. I'm talking about that good thinking, that bad thinking, that thinking of indifference, that thinking of, oh man, I'm not good enough, that thinking of I'm better than. You know, it's going to unlock all that, because God says what? It is not His intention to leave you in the state that you are in until He separates the good from the bad. So there's a process that's going to go on in your life. I'm going to call it a spiritual soul power tuning that God is going to do for each and every one of us. But we have to be what? Reverent.
Yes, sir.
Only to remind the reverent. He ain't saying the wicked, because we know what happens to the wicked.
Yes.
But he says specifically, only to remind the reverent. That means the one who's saying, my Lord, thank you. My Lord, help me. My Lord, guide me. My Lord, make me a better person. My Lord, show me who I really am so that I don't fool myself. Right? Be a legend in your own mind. Right? You see how beautiful God is? This book, God says what? He has made the path easy. Listen. Look at your life on an individual level, wherever you may be in your process, in your struggle, in your progression, in your, whether it's a regression or a progression, the book will get you out of it. Because God says what? In its guidance, sure, without what? Doubt. Sure, without doubt. And if you believe that, guess what? Then your doubt that you may have will be removed. Let's depend on that. God will. Alhamdulillah. La ilaha illallah. There's no God but God. No partner has He. I greet everybody once again to the universal greeting of Assalamu alaikum. Praise be to God. The title of the sermon is called God Will Provide. Like I may mention earlier, I had a title something else. I'm gonna be, you know what, sometimes I got the clipboard all hooked up and ready to give it, and then I get here and I start reading some stuff, and you know, and alhamdulillah, that's all I'm going to say, you know what I'm saying? Now, I'm going to jump off into something else, but I just want to also ask God to give me some more inspiration to talk about something else in the same surah, Taha, surah 20. So as we know, God says that only to remind the reverent. And He also says that He did not reveal the Quran to you, right? To cause you any hardship. Now something else is coming to me. What God is saying is that He's not trying to make you not have fun in life. No, God wants you to enjoy life. But, you know, there may be some things that, you know, may have to be worked on a little bit more so that we can really enjoy life. God is, listen. God is beautiful. God is beautiful. God is so beautiful. That's why God is unseen. Because if you see God in His splendor and in His beauty, you might lose your mind. And I'm not talking about lose your mind and go crazy, because God is so beautiful. Just look at the creation. All these beautiful trees and flowers and different animals and different colors and the stars at night, and then all these beautiful things that tells you God is beautiful. That's why God remains unseen. Because it's beauty. It's beautiful. Well, I'm going to tell you what it's going to do. It's going to do like it did to Moses when Moses said, God revealed yourself. And God revealed himself to the mountain. What happened to Moses? He became unconscious, right? Because he wasn't ready. That is what will happen to us when God reveals himself in this state now. That's right. You're very big. I wanted to fall on the floor. I mean, really do like, yeah, I'm serious, you know. Yeah. Yeah. So that is what will happen. Yeah. Because it happened to Moses. I want to see you, God. Right? So that would be our case. Okay. Thank God for that inspiration. I'm telling you, man, listen, this book talks to you in your understanding. Yeah. When you reverent, God will reveal some things to you, for you, for us. Right?
Yes, sir.
Come on, man.
Yes, sir.
We got it.
Yes, sir.
We got it. And the more you get into it, you will see how much you got in this getting. We got it.
Yes, sir.
We got it, man. Come on. Come on. We got it. Yeah. Yeah, we got it. So we know in 14, still in Taha, he says, I am God. There is no other God besides me. You should worship me alone and observe the contact prayer, salah, to remember me. Because when we are making the prayer, it puts everything else that we may be doing at that given time on pause. Because sometimes you got to pause in the moment. Hypothetically speaking, you arguing with somebody. Let me show you how wise the Creator is. You may be having, I ain't talking about a big bluff, but a little misunderstanding. Right? Look at your wife. Peace. I gotta go make my prayer. That shuts down everything. Listen. Even in the salah, there is wisdom. We think it's all about Allah al-Kabir. It's high wisdom in this. Because whatever you may be doing at that given time, if you're conscious of the times of the contact prayer, you're going to stop that. And this prayer saves your life in that moment. It's deep. It's deep. Listen, it's deep. That's all I'm going to say. It's deep. It's deep. Yeah. Salat saves our life. Yeah. Peace. Allah Akbar. Right? And then after you come out of the prayer, if you're really making that connection, you're not even going back to that madness. The other person gonna be waiting on because they caught up in the gin. And here it is, you moving on. Right? Get ready for the next prayer, or you might be recurring. So it diffuses a lot of stuff, man. It diffuses that thing in us that makes us helter-skelter, right? Because we all got it in us, right? We got that helter-skelter. In Salat, the reading of Quran, and different things that have been prescribed for us, checks all of that. It checks it. And when it checks it, you look at it, you say, whoa, what am I doing? Right?
Yes,
it checks you, man. And that be God checking you. And listen, nobody Nobody can check you like God, because you know what the beauty is about God. And then I'm gonna speak of something that I'm gonna indicate about. The beauty about the Creator is that even when He checks you, He still checks you with love. That even when God chastises you and you go through the trial and tribulation of life, God still gives you love in that process of that checking. That's why He says, my mercy predominates my wrath. Because when we are dealt by each other, we don't do that. Only unless we are reverent, then we do that. Because we reflect to what we've been taught, to what we've been feeding our souls. We say, no, I can't say that. It'll come in our head, I can't say that. Right? The good stuff, like, you can't say that. Right? You can be, I'm going to say, but no, you can't say that. And you walk away. So, that is what makes God who He is. That when we disobey our Creator, right? That even in the punishment there is love. Yeah, that's right. Even in the punishment there is love. Now let me go on to something else real brief. And then we're going to make this prayer. Because I was reading something. Now we're in the prophets. 83 to 88. Okay, something's telling me to read 73. Okay, we're in the prophets. Ayat 73.
21.
73, yeah, 21, 73. We made them imams who guided in accordance with our commandments, and we taught them how to work righteousness. What is God saying here? We taught them how to work righteousness because they did not know. So God taught them like He's teaching us now. And this teaching is a continuance. It don't stop. It will never stop. It will never stop. In every different specific of our lives while we're in the earth, there's a teaching that we're going to be taught. But we have to be reverent to understand that teaching and to know that this is what I need to do for myself on a personal level in order to get to the next level. Because if not, we will be repeating the same insanity year and year and year and year and wondering why we have not progressed. And how to observe the contact prayers. So we were taught righteousness, we were taught how to make the contact prayers, and God taught us how to be more giving, because we're stingy. God tells us this in the Quran. To us, they were devoted worshipers. Now I'm going to read 2 more ayats, and then we're going to make salat. 83, same surah. Before I read, I want to say this. In the Quran, as we know, God has given us remedies to every situation we face and go through. This is what I just realized a couple of days ago, and it brought tears in my eyes, and I want to read this here. And Job implored his Lord, adversity has befallen me, and of all the merciful ones, you are the most merciful. We responded to him, relieved his adversity, and restored his family for him even twice as much. That was a mercy from us and a reminder for the worshipers. Now, when you're going through adversity, because we're going to go through adversity on different levels. Adversity has befallen me, and of all the merciful ones, you are the most merciful. Why would God let us know that that is what Job said when he was going through the adversity. Why? It's a way out. Now, here's the solution. We responded to him. Right? He said those words. Right? God responded to him, relieved his adversity. Right? Restored his family for him even twice as much. So that means that not only did he get those things, but he got some little extra goodies. He got a goodie bag from God. Man! In closing, and God tells us that was a mercy from us and reminder for the worshipers. So God is saying, look, you see what I did for Job? Right? I'm going to do the same thing for you too. Right? But you got to be a worshiper. It says right here. For the worshipers. Right? Not for the idolaters. God is clear in closing. And Zanun, Jonah, the one with the N in his name, abandoned his mission and protest, thinking that we could not control him. He ended up imploring from the darkness of the big fish belly, there is no God other than you. Be you glorified. I have committed a gross sin. We responded to him and saved him from the crisis. We thus saved the believers. Do you understand what God is telling us? Do you listen? Do you understand? Do you understand? So now, when we walk out of here today, and when we get the realities of life, the ups and downs, the carousel, and blah, 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 we know what to do. We go to the book, and we find things in it pertaining to the situation, and we say those words outside of the other words that we want to say of our own volition, our own thinking, but we use these words. Let me tell you why before if it's in the book, we should be saying it. That's all I'm going to say. If it's in the book, we should be saying it so we can get the what? The relief from the adversity. And if we sinned, made a mistake, a gross sin or whatever, we go to God, we say, God, right? I was wrong. I shouldn't have did what I did, but I did it, right? And sometimes we do things because we want to do it, and God knows that part too. It was a mistake. I was weak. A lot of times we do stuff because we want to do it. That's why we in this here. Right? So once you understand this process, it'll be a lot easier for you to be real with yourself in this process. Inshallah, let's come to prayer. Allah Ali Kabir. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdina siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladhina an'amta alayhim. Ghayril maghdubi alayhim waladdallin. Allah Ali Kabir. Allah Ali Kabir. Allah Kabir. Allah Ali Kabir. Allah Ali Kabir.
Allah Ali Kabir.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahmanir-Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdina siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta alayhim. غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. Allah Ali Kabir. Allah Ali Kabir. Allah
Ali Kabir. Allah
Allah
Ali Kabir. Allah Ali Kabir. La ilaha illallah.
Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum.